Hello friends, and welcome to the 20th episode of Fixing Your Coordinates. Today, we're going to celebrate this 20th episode by reviewing some coordinates that I've already fixed and see what has happened since I gave these Lolitas advice. But first, today's video got a sponsor. So what Clawee is it's an app where you can play real live claw machines from the comfort of your home safely and win real prizes. You can see different claw machines and you can control it from within the app. And I found that it was really responsive, like there wasn't any lag, and as soon as I was pushing the button, it was doing what I wanted it to. And I really liked that I could switch the cameras, and when it switched the cameras it would pause the timer, and then I could really see where the claw was going to go, and that was really helpful for me. You can play for free until you win, and when I started off I had 400 tokens and I won 2 things right away. The beginner ones are really easy and they're really satisfying. The other nice thing is that you can watch people play, and it's also really satisfying just to see people playing and see their strategies and skills. And it also will show you the last time that someone has won something. So in the corner you can watch the last time somebody won. And that is really helpful too when it comes to strategy, because you can see what they did and try to replicate it. But once I saw Esper, I was on a mission to get that Esper, and I had to have it. And I tried, and I tried. And for some reason, I just couldn't do it. And then I handed it over to Holly, and she was able to win me the Esper. It was really fun to play with Holly, honestly, to pass it back and forth. And I think that this could be a fun holiday gift or a fun thing to share with your friends and family. Also, if you play and you get a bunch of the same prizes, like if you get your streak like I did with Gengar and you just keep getting the same prize, you could give those out as gifts. Fun for you and gifts for your friends and family. If you get a prize that you don't want, you can always trade it in for coins, which is really helpful because you have to level up in order to be able to play different machines. And so you don't have to continually keep spending money to level up. You can spend some money, play the easier beginner ones, get all those prizes, and then trade them back for coins to play once you've leveled up. Clawee is also shipping my winnings to me for free, and I will update you when they arrive and give you a review of them. I am very excited. Thank you so much, Clawee, for sponsoring this video and supporting my Lolita fashion content. Use code LOVELYLORE to receive 20% more coins and start playing. And share with me any of the prizes you win and your skills. I would love to share them on my story too. Okay, so I'm filming this video a little bit differently. I'm standing today. I just wanted to stand. I felt like standing. And I'm gonna take a look through my email. I haven't gone through them ahead of time, which probably would have been smart, but I kind of wanted to just like react in the moment because I'm really excited to see what you've done with your chords since I gave you advice. If you took my advice, if you didn't take my advice, I really want to know. I'm so excited. I don't want this to be a one-time thing because I really like seeing people's progression in Lolita and the changes that they make. So I think that I'm gonna do this style of video every so often, maybe like every 5 or 10 episodes. I really don't want to stop this series ever. So I don't even really have to do anything in this video. It's more of just me reacting. Like, I'm not giving more advice. I've already given the advice. So Regen was in episode 3 of Fixing Coordinates, way back. I don't even know what kind of advice I was giving in episode 3. Put a beret on, put on a bonnet. What year was that even? It feels so long ago. I have asked for your advice and appeared in your Fixing Coordinates episode 3. Your advice has given me new ideas to cord this dress. In my second attempt, I was really pleased with the results. The full coordinate picture was lost along with some of my data when I changed my phone, so I only have this photo for reference. Recently, I found your post on Facebook and I rewatched the video, which I'm in, and now I wanted to try your advice using a pearl garland. And the second picture is the new result. 2 years later, and your advice is still valuable to me. Thanks, Laura. Oh, so sweet. I remember this chord. I do remember this chord, because I remember thinking it's challenging for me because it's outside of my usual style. but it looks so cute. That pearl garland is so cool. It's like braided into her hair. I love that. I want to try that. That's beautiful. I really, really like how the tights look with this dress. I feel like it's adding so much more interest and like elegance, and I love how that looks. Great job! Toka was in episode 18. I remember this too. Very recent video. Your advice really helped, and I think the dress has come a long way. I hope it's not too much, but I ended up making multiple cords with it. Since I had a creative surge of energy and made a few headpieces and capes, that's awesome. I can't wait to see. First of all, I stuffed the second petticoat under it and let it peek out a little to give the dress more texture and also balance the amount of lace I added on top. The pieces I put over it were a lace bolero I already owned, but I didn't think of using before, a velvet cape I made, and a lace cape I also made myself. I got a wig, and though I still like the bow with it, I also made a bonnet and a veil that matched the second cape. Additionally, since it was technically advice you gave, I was able to negotiate my brother, and he has ordered me a beautiful souffle song dress. It hasn't arrived yet, but I'm really excited. I don't know how many of your comments you read, but there was some confusion. I'm from Germany. Confusion. Maybe I thought that they were in the States. I always assume everyone's in the States, which is dumb. This dress is not a traditionally Lolita dress, and she was trying to style it in a Lolita way, which is definitely challenging. I do think that it reads as more Lolita in this next cord. It's really cute. I like this bolero a lot. This bolero is really, really cute. The petticoat is a bit of a struggle because it's like you're using it as an underskirt, but because petticoats have more poof than an underskirt, I feel like in some photos it looks right, and then in other photos it's like a bit too stiff outwards, if that makes sense, because I definitely had this struggle in the past as well, trying to kind of layer a petticoat like that. So I feel like it still might be easier for you to get an underskirt, because I feel like you're going to be struggling with pulling it down or pulling it up to get it just right. But I think in the meantime it's really cute and it really works, and I'm so impressed that you made a little cape. That's adorable. Hi Laura, it's Ryan, Pale Tigers, from Fixing Coordinates episode 10. Before I get to the update, I'd like to say thank you so much for including me in your video. I was ecstatic to get advice from you. Oh, thanks for submitting. I haven't gotten the opportunity to use your advice on the original coordinate you gave suggestions on, but I carried that advice onto a different dress I had purchased later in the year. In the video, you gave me the advice: raise the petticoat, accessorize, add a hat or headpiece, style hair. I was able to take a little bit of advice, but at the time I didn't have any money to totally go hog wild. Oh my gosh, this is so cute! The pieces I'm wearing are, and some of them are Wish or Amazon pieces. Please don't roast me too hard. I can't tell from this, I can't tell from looking at it what's from Amazon, so good job. An Angel Hymn jumper skirt from Souffle Song, Mermaid Song headband from Souffle Song. Oh, so they're different prints, but they're the same color. That's really cool. That's some higher level skill Lolita coordinating there.
Star clips from Wish, a long sleeve black shirt from Amazon, miscellaneous tights from Walmart, Elfie Lolita shoes from Amazon, painted red, cream, and gold earrings I made myself from a Kingdom Hearts action figure.
We love weird earrings here. Yeah, I feel like blouses and shoes from Amazon are like a lot safer than getting your main piece there. I still personally don't like it, but you know, what are you gonna do? Sometimes that's your only option. This blouse and these shoes definitely read as like Lolita. They fit with the cord. I like how this feels like an experimental Lolita cord and how you've used the colors. It's really fun and different, and I really, really like it. And I love your eyebrows. I don't know. I don't know what else to say other than I like it. And I really like these colors. I love yellow and red. Hi Laura, I'm Leandra Go from episode 8 of Fixing Coordinates, and I've kept at it. I've increased my collection a decent amount using Lace Market and Devil Inspired, and though I don't have many super recent cords to show off that darn cord, I do have some awesome Christmas photos. So pretty! Oh my goodness! I invested in a hoop skirt and tried out false lashes. I love them both. printed stockings and a wider array of head accessories were my best friend. I still wear my natural hair with Lolita, just not here. I really appreciate your advice on the blouse, and thank you for your compliment to my shoes. I remember I was mad at whoever took the original photo for cutting off your shoes, and I'm really glad to see that whoever took these newer photos included your shoes. I believe you suggested to pin the sleeves a certain way to hide the odd seam. Oh, right! It's always tricky to do a one piece or a mini sleeve JSK with longer sleeves underneath. It's a challenge. So yeah, I think that I advised either to like lose the blouse or to kind of hide the little seam there. It definitely got me to be more thoughtful about blouses, at least. When I took the original photo, I had 2, and now I have around 10! That's the other thing too, is like I give certain advice, but sometimes you gotta remember that Lolitas are all at different points in their journey, so sometimes you kind of have to work with what you have, and it might not be totally perfect, but even like being aware of these things will help you in the future. I ended up selling the dress from the original photo not too long after this, though. The color palette in my wardrobe is much more like the newer photo nowadays, so it was for the best. I still love your videos, and I was generally shook when I saw my face in your thumbnail. Keep up the good work. Yes, please keep wearing your natural hair with Lolita, because your natural hair is beautiful. This wig is also really pretty, and I love this bow. It like balances so nicely. I think that this bow would also look really cute like in your natural hair. Your Christmas coordinate looks like super refined, and like you've grown so much in Lolita. That's really cool. It looks like perfectly balanced. I don't know, great work. I even love the like attention to detail from the kind of collar, because JSKs with a collar like that, it's sometimes hard to find a blouse that will have a collar that is complementary. Like Lolitas wear a lot of Peter Pan collars, so if you wore it with that JSK, it would like layer up. But here you can see that you've put attention to detail, and you're wearing a blouse that has a correct neckline that fits in with it perfectly, and even the bow is like placed in between. The funny thing about you selling your dress is that there was definitely a period of time where I was taking a really long time to catch up with my fixing coordinates submission. When I would get a lot of submissions at once, I would kind of get backed up because I would go to the last one that I had read. I've actually seen this a couple times before, not Leandra, but another Fixing Coordinates episode. I had just recorded it, and then I was looking at Lace Market that night, and the photo that someone had submitted to me was on Lace Market as like a worn proof photo, and I was like, oh, I guess I didn't get to this in time. And I like worry about if I give people advice on dresses they've already sold, if they're gonna regret selling it. Hopefully not. I've been trying to be more on top of keeping up with my Fixing Cord emails, but of course, if I haven't gotten to yours and it's been a long time, there were some issues with my email, so feel free to submit it again. Hello, Laura. I was in your 8th Fixing Coordinates episode, and you recommended seeing if the extra dusty rose pieces were removable. Unfortunately, they are not, but you also recommended an overskirt, which I hadn't considered before. I didn't think it would look good since the dress itself already has many layers of lace and frills. I put this outfit together for Winter ILD last year and loved how it turned out. I made the overskirt myself and felt it really added an extra element of elegance and flair. Thank you for your suggestion. Frilly Cookie! I remember opening this email and this dress and just being like, I don't know what I'm gonna recommend. Like, I have no idea. Like, I think before filming, I just like stared at this dress and I was like, I don't know. It's so challenging when you have such a specific one piece that has so much detail already and it has like such a specific look that the only real things that you can change are like your hair accessories, your shoes, your tights. I'm so glad to hear that you use the overskirt idea, and I'm so impressed that you made this. It's really cute. I really, really like the shoe change and the tights as well, and like your headpiece is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. The thing that I like, I might have said this in the episode, but I'm gonna say it again. Sometimes covering certain elements of your dress will give it a different look and kind of shift the focus to something else. Like, I feel like because this skirt is kind of covering up the lacy details, it's giving me more of a focal point towards her headpiece and her shoes. And even though the dress still itself is beautiful, it just adds another element by taking an element away. I also think that her having an updo hairstyle is showing off more of the dress in a different way as well, and even giving it a subtle different look there. Hi Laura, I sent a submission to you before because I was having a difficult time figuring out how to style this JSK. I found that your advice was extremely helpful. I ended up trying to focus on the gold elements of the dress because I agreed with your advice. I made the headpiece from scratch using things that I already had. The crown I had made before with the intention for a costume, but thought that it would fit this cord well. I wanted to use something that had a similar texture to the chiffon pleats on the bottom of the JSK. So I chose to use a white chiffon and layer it for both the headpiece and the overskirt. I really like how the overskirt rounds out the shape of the JSK. I personally think it is more flattering on my body with it on.
I really felt that the print leaned toward an elegant style, and I wanted the overall feeling to match. Overall, I think the coordinate turned out cute, but I learned that my heart yearns for more sweeter style, so I plan to pursue that more in the future. Thank you for your wisdom from the Wisdom Tooth Max.
I also remember looking at this cord and being like, what do I suggest? And I remember being really impressed that she doesn't have a headpiece, but her hairstyle still looks balanced with the cord, and I was really impressed by that. I love this crown. It's so cute. I love crowns. I feel like the overskirt is slightly too long. Personally, I would like it better if it ended where your skirt ended, but that's also just a personal preference. You don't have to listen to me. But I really love the wig color. It's really cute. I love the crown. I want a crown like that. These sleeves are really beautiful. And yeah, I think that you did a really great. Even the shoes are silver. I love that attention to detail. Emrotting, a very prolific TikToker. I sent this cord for Fixing Cords episode 10. I took your advice about the beret to heart. I had a feeling that like every single submission was just gonna be people wearing berets because I feel like I recommend them every single episode. When I saw the video for the first time, I was literally wearing one. I love them too. I know, I see in your TikToks you wear them a lot too. I feel like we have a similar construction style, but different themes. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like emrotting is more of a country classic Lolita, but the way that she puts her chords together, it reminds me of how I put my chords together, but with a different theme, with Sweet Lolita. And took some advice from the comments about my socks not matching the tones of the blouse. I used this Taobao book purse instead of my heart purse. Wait, where is it? Did it blend into the dress? I don't oh, it's in the other picture. I was like looking at the skirt all up close, like, did it camouflage into the skirt? Where's the book back? Personally, I think I've grown a lot in the fashion since I wore this cord last. This was in January. What a different time. So I'd love another critical look at it. I don't know, I like it. I love the bolero. I feel like maybe I would wear a red shoe with it. It might be a little bit too matchy-matchy and too kind of simple. I'm not as versed in like classic motifs, so I feel like if you did put a red shoe with it, it might look a little bit too sweet. I don't know, let me know what you think. I'm really happy to hear that you got some advice from the comments. That's awesome. Those are all of the emails that I got that had redemption in the subject line. If you were Lolita yourself, I would love to hear some of the changes that you have made in your style over the years, some things that you've learned, some mistakes that you might have made and changed over the years. Share some stories. If you have any additional suggestions for these Lolitas to wear these pieces in different ways, be sure to leave those in the comments below. We can always learn from your style. And as always, stay lovely!